there's one thing I can give to Bethesda and along their line of games is that they know how to deliver a really, really, really good game. And The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim is no different. Today I decided to review the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim because I've been playing it now for the past week and a half since it's been released, and I mean, this game is absolutely phenomenal, and I really wanted to review it to everyone. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that my reviewing system is pretty different from the way that major reviewers go, and in that way is that my reviews are pretty unbiased in the way that whenever you see a video like IGN, GameSpot, and all that crap, whenever it's a big budget game that comes out, it seems that they rate on a scale of like 7 to 10. And I mean, a game cannot get under a 8 or a 7 or else it's an outrage because it's a big budget game and all that. Me, I tend to give lower scores to games, but it's objective and precise, and I'll provide you guys with 10 points on this game, some negative, some positive, that really define pretty much my review of the game. So let's get started. First of all, my first point is that Skyrim has a vast open world with lots of do, and this is true. Skyrim's world is absolutely insanely large. Not as large as some other games like Oblivion. Oblivion had a bigger world, but still, this world seems more packed with content than anything else, and it looks really, really, really nice. That being said, I put around 30 hours into Skyrim so far, and that's pretty good. I finished the main quest along with a ton of side quests. I'm gonna say right ahead that the main quest is a bit disappointing, but it doesn't fall short of my expectations. It's alright. The side quests, however, are really, really top notch. I mean, there's a ton of stuff to do. Side quests out of the ass. I have at least 100 plus 200 hours to go on Skyrim. If there's something that Skyrim doesn't lack, it's its content. There is so much to do. My second positive point being mostly memorable characters. While not all the characters in the game are memorable, a lot of them are well emphasized. The Greybeards, for example, are really cool. Some of the Jarls are really awesome as well. The main companions, the Blades, Parthenax, the awesome dragons, and I'm sure I'm forgetting a couple. That's maybe because they're not forgettable. Oh yeah, the Thieves Guild is really awesome. Emphasis put on those characters is really good, but I mean, obviously since there's so many characters, Bethesda, and they cannot put emphasis on every single character. I mean, Ulfric's Stormcloak is really cool as well. I mean, all the Imperial Legion, all those guys, they're really, really, really awesome. And, I mean, some of the voice acting for some characters, like, especially the big budget ones, are obviously top-notch, but the others, they're not bad, but they're not good either. Everyone sounds like Arnold Schwarzenegger for some reason in this game, but that's alright, I don't mind. Anyways, for my third point is, this game has incredible music. Probably the best music I've ever heard this year. And, as you heard in the intro that I made myself over there, the Skyrim soundtrack is absolutely insane. Actually, we're gonna go and hear a small little part right now. As you heard, the Skyrim track can be pretty gloom at sometimes, can be pretty exciting, like in the clip you just heard, and there's always this background, gloomy, soundy music that's accompanying you on your trip, and that's really, really nice, especially when you're exploring dungeons or just exploring the wild. There's just this music that gives you a sense of the unknown and how everything feels so over-creeping on you, and it's really, really, really awesome. Now my fourth point is that the world actually feels alive. All the villagers, I mean, they go and they interact with their daily duties. There's couriers that you see running around the cities and things like that. People on horses, caravans. I mean, all this stuff hasn't been in Bethesda games before, but it's even better now in Skyrim. I mean, if you've played a Bethesda game before, you know how they can make a world feel alive. Obviously, in Fallout, I mean, sorry about that. In Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, there was a bunch of towns, but there was like 2-3 people per town. Like, I'm exaggerating here, but the towns felt alive, but there wasn't as many people. In Skyrim, there's a lot more people per town, so that gives a much bigger attitude to towns, how they feel bigger and how there's actually a population in Skyrim, and there's also a lot more towns, and that's really, really, really cool to explore. Exploring all the towns in Skyrim are a blast, that I can tell you. My fifth point is that the combat system is still good from Oblivion. It's true that it seems that sometimes the combat system, like, you're hitting into butter, you're hitting into nothing, but I mean, that's... I don't know who to blame here. The combat system feels justified. It's all right to me. It's not the best I've ever seen, but it's by far not the worst. Controls are, for the most part, responsive and good. Enemies... Sometimes level scaling is fucked up past level 30, but it's for you to adjust to. I know that blacksmithing and enchanting are breaking, so you can create like armors with 4,000 defense, things like that, but you have to really break the game to do that, and I hope they patch it. But for the most part, the combat system is good. Magic seems to be a little bit underpowered for now. They seem to have nerfed it really, really hardcore, especially for enemies that have like huge armor and stuff like that, but it's not a huge bother. Next one. There's interesting dialogue plus choices. I mean, they really beefed up the dialogue from past Bethesda games. In Fallout 3, the dialogue was alright, I liked it. In Skyrim, at least you know you're interacting with a character. It seems that there's lots of dialogue going on, lots of choices. Sometimes there's like 3 choices, and no matter what choice I take, it seems that it's always one option of dialogue, but that's pretty much due to limited voice acting. I don't know. It's alright on that point, but still, some of the choices you make later on in the story are really important. Things like that. Not as important as I'd say in Fallout 3 and New Vegas, but I mean, choosing what faction you want to join and who lives and who dies, they come along sometime. Now, next one is dragons and dragon shouts. Dragons are absolutely awesome to fight in Skyrim. They're really cool for the first time. They get a little bit blander next time, but still, dragons are an awesome encounter. I don't know if there's bugs, but it seems that dragons appear in like random towns more than anything else. And sometimes fighting dragons is annoying when you're going to a quest. But I mean, one of the most epic experiences of the game was when I was going to do a quest, and then a dragon started attacking the quest area, started mauling everyone, and then the dragon just flew off into a bandit camp, started attacking the bandit camp. I went into the bandit camp, started tracking down the dragon, killed everyone in the bandit camp, and that sidetracked me like 2 hours from my quest that I was doing, and that was really, really cool, I have to say, because the bandit camp was filled with high-level bandits, and it was really, really awesome, that I can say. And next one up is another plus is the very interesting dungeons. I really, really enjoy the dungeons in this game, especially the Dwarven Ruins. The Dwarven Ruins are top-notch. They're really, really awesome. They go down multi-levels. I mean, one of the main quests brings you to Blackreach. Blackreach is insanely nice and fun. It is incredible. Probably Blackreach is like the best place to explore, and the main quest brings you there. It is insane. I love Dwarven Ruins, and I always go out and explore Dwarven Ruins because they always go down couple of levels, and there's always interesting loot, dwarven centurions, things like that. Those are really, really awesome. Those are my favorite dungeons to explore by far. The others are alright, dwarven ruins are top-notch. Now for the negative points, there's 2 of them. First of all is that I encountered some game-breaking bugs. Game-breaking bugs as on, this is a spoiler, but along the main, no, not a spoiler, along the main quest you have to host a council, and one of the main characters, Esbern, he didn't have any dialogue options for some reason. Like during the whole time that I met him, he has no dialogue options, and this is a really, really common issue on PC and Xbox and PS3. That's the thing. I managed to fix my problems just by like no clipping to where I had to go and manually advancing the quest myself, because for some reason I couldn't talk to that guy. It's like if his voice acting is just not there anymore in the game, and he zips through his dialogue options in 1 second. And you don't even hear him talk. And when he has to interrupt the entire council by saying something. He never says anything, and the game just sticks there. So I had to use console commands to advance the quest. Now, normally this wouldn't be a big complaint if this was only on PC, but this happens on Xbox and PS3 too. That means for some people the main quest is broken, and then you're fucked there forever. And this is really, really bad. I don't understand how they let such a game-breaking bug out of there. So. And my second negative point is that this game is a really, really obvious console port. There's performance issues. The game, I won't say it looks bad, but it doesn't look top-notch. It looks obvious as if it was designed for consoles, and I can play it on Ultra, everything, shadows enabled, and all that crap, and I still only get 45 FPS, even if the game doesn't look really good. I crank down the game to medium, and then I still only get 45 FPS. These are performance and optimization issues, not problems with my computer. Now, obviously the menu system is absolute garbage. You get used to it after a while, but still, it's really, really bad. I hate the menu system. I really hope they would bring something back like the Fallout 3 Pip-Boy and things like that, but holy crap, this menu system is terrible. That's pretty much the only things negative I can say about the game. Performance, console port, bugs, there's a lot of bugs. This is average Bethesda release, obviously. And to keep this short, I'm pretty much going to conclude my video here. I really hope you enjoyed. I really want to know your opinions about this game. Did you enjoy this review? And obviously, at the end of this, Skyrim from me gets an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 might not seem a lot for you people, but for me, it's really, really good. This game is one of my favorite of the years, one of my favorite of all time so far, but those 2 last points I gave, just, they cannot get a higher score. I mean, I'm sorry, but until Bethesda fixes their crap, this game gets an 8 out of 10. Remember what I said at the beginning, 8 out of 10 is good. Good, as in very good, Game of the Year contender, good. So, thank you everyone for watching, and I'll be seeing you next time.